The Panini Senior Bowl presents fifth quarter. Here's Simone Eli and Gerhard Mathangani.
If you can believe it, it is already October. Week 8 of the high school football season is here. The stakes as high as ever as teams look to take control of the region going into the final few weeks of the season. Welcome in, everybody, to fifth quarter. Simone Eli, Gerhard Mathangani joining you. Finally, a little fall weather. It felt amazing outside tonight, Gerhard, and we are enjoying some great football once again this week.
Yeah, we dipped back into region play a couple of weeks ago, and now we're really getting clarity not just on who is in the playoffs, but the seeding in the playoffs as we go along. We'll start with our game of the week in Class 5A. The number 2 team in the state, Williamson Lions, hosting UMS Wright. The Lions have scored more than 300 points already, but this might be the best defense in the state regardless of classification. This is Jalen Scott rips this one out, and Johnny on the spot there as the Williamson defense comes up with a big turnover. A little bit later on, it is Alvin Dinkins looking for it all. He goes up top and hits Jacob Massey, who goes in untouched for the first touchdown of the game, an early 7-0 lead for Williamson. Second quarter is now the Bulldogs on the move. Quarterback Max Fowler hits Richard Scott. He makes a man miss, and UMS Wright with some good motion here. Coach Sam Williams and company running that up-tempo offense. This would lead to a field goal, no touchdown. Coach Coleman and his defense and his offense doing damage today. Really did it the second quarter and pushed that lead out there. This is a great play by Todrick Withers getting the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. Williamson up 34-3 at the half. They go on to cruise to a 40-10 win today. They stay undefeated now, 7-0.
And the Lions taking no prisoners. All right, a top 10 matchup in Class 3A. 7th-ranked Cottage Hill welcomes in number 8 Bayside Academy. Control of Region 1 on the line here. Early on, Shadarius Tootle, the Georgia defensive commit, on the carry. The ball gets knocked out, and the Admiral is going to recover deep in their Warrior territory. They're going to take advantage. Take a look. Bayside, direct snap going to go to Brennan Gammon. He's in for the touchdown. 7-0. Bayside takes the lead on the road. Admirals back with the ball. Davis Barnett looking to extend the play, but South Alabama commit Caleb Mensner once again, Gerhard, making a big play defensively. How about a little bit of offense from this kid all over the field? Shamar Tootle, his favorite target, Mensner on the receiving end for the big gain in the first down. Cottage Hill in business. The pitch here goes to the freshman. Aaron Ward gets the edge, weaves his way in for the score. A tough battle in the second half. Bayside going to come away with a top 10 win, a big one at that. 25-7 Admirals roll.
Coach Trotter and company certainly rolling. Class 6A now. The number 2 team in the state is Saraland hosting St. Paul's. Jamison Roberts to Deshaun Spencer. Stop me when you've heard that connection before. These two have connected the entire season, and now another touchdown here for the senior and the Duke commit. Later on, it is the St. Paul special teams coming up big. Watch this play here from Turner and Toon. A massive boot gets the Saints on the scoreboard. It is now 7-3. Saraland still holds the lead. Saraland back on offense. Watch this beautiful catch here by Eddie Turner. A perfect pass by Roberts. Gets his feet down, and it's a first down. And that leads to a touchdown. Once again, it is the law firm of Roberts and Spencer going at it once again. 14-3 Saraland. PJ Brown would also find the end zone as well. Saraland remains undefeated, 42-10, the final score.
Some things change, Saraland stays the same. Another win for the land. All right, over to West Mobile now. The battle of brotherly love as Foley and Baker going head-to-head. Eric Scott facing off in the big Class 7A match tonight. Baker going to have the ball here early on, and Speedy Wheeler, we know what he does, and he does a little bit of it tonight. Once again, spins off the tackle and into pay dirt he goes. It's 7-0 Hornets at home. A great crowd as always. A little later, it's Gavin Wood on the carry. He crosses the goal line, make it Baker 21-0. Take it to the second quarter now. Tate Graham in the air. Screen pass to Katori Marion, one of the best athletes on the Baker roster. Nothing but green grass. Hits you with the, you can't see me.
I love it.
And it's 28-0. Baker with the lead still. The band loving it. Always fully trying to get the offense going. Looks like they might have something, but how about this? A forced fumble at the goal line. Never give up on the play. Baker defense gets the ball back. Hornets ensuing possession. Graham is going to go to Gavin Wood. He's in for the touchdown, and Baker gets the big victory. They are rolling in 7A this season, 41-9 in the Battle of the Scott Brothers.
All right, now let's move over to Class 4A. St. Michael, fresh off that win over defending state champion Jackson just last week, now ranked #1
Trap game.
for the first time in program history. Cardinals hosting Mobile Christian as Noah Moss into the end zone, gets the handoff, and an early 7-0 lead for the Cardinals. The very first possession for Mobile Christian. You know, they gave Jackson a scare a few weeks ago, and they gave the Cardinals a scare tonight. Jason Todd on the first play. Take it to the house, young man. But PAT is no good. It is blocked by the Cardinals, so it's 7-6. And the Cardinals still have the lead. Later, Gunnar Rivers to Brody Jones, a connection that you've heard a bunch of times here on the fifth quarter. Into the corner of the end zone. They get a 2-point conversion, now 15-6. Moving into the second quarter, Leopards on offense. Israel Bernard hits Samaje Law streaking across the middle. They go for 2 and get it now 15-14. This game back and forth. St. Michael once again into the end zone. Rivers to Jones again, 22-14. This was back and forth. Give the Leopards a lot of credit, but St. Michael goes on to win 46-37.
Great highlights as well. All right, keeping things in Fairhope. Let's over to Volanta Park. One of my favorite things every single football season, a special night for the Pirates, the annual Spina Bifida Awareness Game, a wonderful event every year by the Fairhope football program, started, of course, by assistant coach Brett Horn in honor of his daughter, Caitlin. Great job there, guys, and great respect for Tim Carter and the staff getting it done. All right, let's head to the field now. MGM and Fairhope facing off in this game. Opened up with the reigning region champs. Getting on the board, Jeremy Manhennet finds Cameron Smith, hits him with the juke move. He's gone for the touchdown. It's 7-0. Fairhope's going to post a pair of field goals. They're looking for a little bit more this time. Trey Garner hurls this one. Gets about just everything and more. And then Andres Hunt on the receiving end inside of the red zone. The Pirates go. They're in business. Garner, well, why not go back to Hunt? This time fires a strike to his favorite target in for the touchdown there. A back and forth battle. Fairhope gave MGM everything they wanted tonight, but the Vikings are going to pull away with a 1-touchdown victory, 28-21.
Nice stuff there. Staying in Class 7A, #9 Daphne hosting Alma Bryant tonight. Trojans on the move first. One of our former Zaxby's Player of the Week winners, it is Christian Seeger all day in the backfield to throw. Finds one of his favorite targets, C.J. Gardner. In for 6 into the end zone he goes. Canes looking to respond. The Trojans able to force a fumble in the red zone. Later, Daphne punting, trouble with the snap. Canes force another turnover on down. So the Canes defense playing very well today early on. However, Jameer Hawkins and the Trojans offense, they pull away late in this one. Daphne goes on to win 39-0.
All right, we're just getting started here on fifth quarter. Plenty more to come. Highlights and scores will return in just a minute. Stay with us. Fifth quarter. Be right back.
Now, Fan Cam, brought to you by Greer's.
And tonight's fifth quarter Greer's Fan Cam out at St. Michael for a big game as the Cardinals get the victory. A great crowd as well against Mobile Christian. Gee, you enjoyed the nice weather tonight out at Viger.
Yeah, it was a beautiful night over at Viger, the top-ranked team in Class 5A hosting Faith Academy tonight. How about a little trickery from the new head coach and Gaines Sullivan for the Rams? Take a look at those highlights there from Wolfpack Stadium. Like I said, first play of the game. This is a little trickery right here. Watch Tucker Richardson, Justin Hudson, Kobe Hunt, first down. However, that drive would stall for the Rams and Coach Sullivan. But the ensuing Viger possession, they keep it on the ground. Demetrius Johnson for a big first down. 2 plays later, they would hand it off to Garrett Holcomb. Simone, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half alone. The Viger offense absolutely rolling. Later on, it is Sammy Dunn going to Holcomb once again. 14-0. Viger, a huge winner today. Final score, 47-0.
Staying in Class 5A, Citronelle up against BC Rain. Big one between these two, battling for playoff position early on. The Red Raiders also going to pull a little trickery out of a double pass as well. That's Julius Rogers able to come down with the catch and in for the touchdown for BC Rain. Red Raider dance team, of course, enjoying things as always. Always a party over there for the Red Raider program. Later, Citronelle looking to respond. Kobe Weaver fighting his way through everybody to get into pay dirt. Citronelle tough ones out, 24-21, the final over BC Rain.
And now, Play of the Week, brought to you by 22nd State Bank.
It is that time for our Play of the Week. We pick the 3 nominees, and you get to decide the winner for Week 8. Let's jump right in. Our first nominee comes from the #1 team in the state Class 4A. St. Michael quarterback Gunnar Rivers hits Brody Jones. Beautiful pitch and catch in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Play number 2, MGM, a top 5 team in Class 7A. Cameron Smith, nice juke move here, all the way to the end zone for the touchdown as the Vikings get the big W tonight. And play number 3, Kobe Weaver, trucking his way into the end zone. Big play there. Those are the 3 nominees. We will have the poll on our website, WKRG.com. Cast your vote right after our show. The poll will close on Monday afternoon. We will have an answer for who won on Monday night at 6:30. More scores and highlights on the 5th quarter next.
Back here on fifth quarter, a few more scores to roll through. How about Gulf Shores gets the big dub over Spanish Fork 24-19. McGill Tulane beats Blunt 35-8. And some Thursday night lights yesterday. Jackson gets a shutout victory over Orange Beach 41-0. The Aggies certainly looking like they are looking to bounce back, obviously, after that loss to St. Michael. Gee, we're just getting started.
Yeah, we
Join
are.
us over on fifth quarter extra here in just a few minutes. We'll start at 11 o'clock. Highlights, scores, analysis, the more you want. See you next Friday.